Hi, I'm Ned Reynolds from KY3 in Springfield, Missouri, and you're about to relive one of the great moments in Missouri sports history. This CD takes you back to the live broadcast of the famous Bradleyville Howardville 1968 Missouri Class S State Basketball Championship as Bradleyville went for its 64th consecutive win. Radio station KRES of Moberly was there to broadcast the following game for the Class M championship, but decided while waiting to join in the Bradleyville-Howardville game at the very end of regulation, never dreaming, of course, that they were about to experience a 4-overtime thriller and one of the most famous games ever played in the Show Me State. Argil Ellison, Bradleyville's coach, managed to secure a copy of the old reel-to-reel tape, and James Leon Combs, author of the Hicks from the Sticks, had the audio transferred to the compact disc format. Now, sit back, listen, and enjoy the end of that classic high school basketball game, Bradleyville versus Howardville, 1968.
Howardville and Bradleyville. Bradleyville, the defending state champions. Coached by Argil Ellison, who played his basketball at Arkansas Tech. The ball will come in on the side. Howardville is coached by William Jackson from Lane College. They come outside with the ball. Bounce pass over to Tate. At long range, he hands the ball to William Gray. Gray dribbling outside. Now 39 seconds to go. Playing for the foul. Thomas with the ball outside. Dribbling all over. He's 5'5". He's all over the floor. He comes in front of the circle. The fans are applauding. 23 seconds. Tate with the ball. He's putting on a dribbling exhibition. Gives the ball. There's a man open. He shoots. He scores! Bradleyville falls behind. Bradleyville calls timeout with 13 seconds to go. And the fans are going wild. Howardville takes the lead with 13 seconds left to go. As they put on the dribbling exhibition out front, they cleared the man open. He broke in. And from our distant vantage point, we couldn't even get his number. It was not Thomas. Thomas and Tate were putting on the dribbling exhibition out front. And frankly, I can't even tell you who scored the bucket. We are sitting at the extreme left end of this court. 13 seconds to go. Howardville by 2, 59-57. Ball comes into Maggard. Maggard to Pelham. Pelham gives the ball to Combs. Combs with 8 seconds, with 7. Here's a turnaround jumper. Good! Ties it up. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Timeout with 2 seconds to go. Dave Combs shot it in with 4 seconds left to tie it up. And it may go into overtime. A wild ball game. And we hope you're enjoying it tonight on Crest. 59-59 is the score. 2 seconds left to go in this contest. Larry Weller will be along with the Boonville Pirates and Matthews ball game. The Matthews Pirates and the Boonville Pirates. Matthews with 32-1. Coached by Jim Hart. Played his basketball at the University of Tennessee. And Boonville, coached by Fred Biesmeyer. Howardville would like to either get fouled or get that last second shot. 2 seconds to go, though. They'll have to hurry. The ball will be thrown in. It comes in, and they couldn't get the shot away. He threw the ball from midcourt, and it almost went in. We've got overtime for the state Class S basketball championship. Overtime from Brewer Fieldhouse. 59, and the crowd quietens down just a little bit. 59-59 at the end of regulation time. A wild, exciting fourth period that saw Howardville come from behind, tie up. Bradleyville go ahead of Bradleyville by 2. And then it was with 4 seconds to go that David Combs, their fine all-state center, who is 6'5", who got 27 yesterday against Glasgow, was fed the ball on the low post left. He turned with a bank shot and got it off the glass and through the cords with just 4 seconds showing on that clock. That sent it into overtime, where the score remains 59-59. And we'll play a 3-minute overtime. Stay tuned immediately following this conclusion of the Class S championship for the Boonville versus Matthews ball game that will be upcoming. It could not be any more exciting than this one has turned out here. Here's the tip. Bradleyville's ball as Pelham gets the ball to Larry Combs. Lonnie Combs left of the lane to David Combs. He goes right of the lane. He fakes. And a foul. Foul is called on Marsh. And that may be all for him. Let's see. That's 4. We have not been keeping statistics. I knew that he had picked up several fouls, however. And a 1-and-1 for Dave Combs. He shot him into overtime, and he could give him the lead here. He scored. Bradleyville back in front now, 60-59. They teetered on the brink of disaster there a moment ago. He shoots it, he rims it short. The rebound pulled off by Newton. He puts it up. It is no good, but a foul is called. And the foul is called on Willie Love of Howardville. That's 2. Argil Ellison coaching the defending state champions. They've won 62 consecutive ball games. Up and missing by Newton. He has another one. Bradleyville trying to win their 63rd in a row here tonight. And another state championship. They score. And it's 61-59. Howardville trailing by 2 now with 2:46 to go in overtime. Ball worked by Tate at long range. Tate looks in, gives the ball in front of a circle. They give it left of the lane at long range. Move toward the middle. Fall away jump shot up and go! By William Gray, a 15-footer. And here comes Maggard on the attack. Down to David Combs. It's all tied at 61 apiece. Neither of these ball clubs will buckle under pressure. They are staying right in there in the final 2 minutes of overtime. Ball to Pelham, shoots it up, scores. They work Pelham in for the easy bucket, and now Bradleyville grabs a 2-point lead, 63-61, in one of the best ball games that we've seen in state tournament play in some time. With a basketball, Gray out on the sideline. Thomas, top of the circle, on a dribble. It's around Combs, feeds the ball into Marsh. Comes out in front. Here's a move right of the lane. They give it in the corner to Tate. He shoots it. He rims it, no good. Rebound underneath. On the floor. Jump ball. Combs. And William Gray. They'll go up at the Howardville foul circle. Bradleyville would like to get the tip. Here it is. The tip is picked up by Combs. David Combs gives it off to Pelham. And this smooth, cool, poised Bradleyville Ball Club brings it up. They call timeout. With 1:38 to go, they lead 63-61. And what a ball game we've seen here tonight. The feature ball game of the evening on Crest will be coming up here in a few moments with Larry Weller as the Boonville and Matthews Pirates square at each other here with the state Class M championship at stake. A jam-packed crowd is on hand tonight in Brewer Fieldhouse. This is a complete sellout. They have sold every ticket available in here. People are standing around the court. It's a standing room only crowd. And we would estimate that around 6,000 or 6,500 people are on hand. If this place seats 5,500, we would say there are probably close to 6,000 people on hand. Bradleyville will have the basketball, leading by 2, with 1:38 seconds left to go in this ball game. When play resumes, Howardville will be trying to come up with the ball. Howardville had their number 1 boy foul out of this ball game early. That was a little, and it's been a blow to them that they have been hard-pressed to overcome. They work it into David Combs. He turns with a jump shot. He rims it no good. The rebound Marsh. And Howardville has the ball, trailing by 2 with 1:23 to go. Bradleyville wanted the clincher that time, and they went to David Combs to get it. Here's a move inside. They can't get the shot away. It comes to Thomas. Thomas outside, starts right of the lane. He's 5 feet 5. He proves that there is a place in basketball for the little man. He shoots it. He scores it. 20-footer from in front of the circle. 63 a minute to go. Up comes the basketball. David Combs comes into the forecourt. It's too bad that one of these ball clubs has to lose. It comes out in front to Maggard. Maggard at long range. Top of the circle. Gets the ball to Lonnie Combs. Back to Maggard. They want one shot. They come into Combs. Falls away. Shoots it. No good. Marsh with a rebound. Gives the ball in the backcourt to Willie Love. And they call timeout with 35 seconds to go. Bradleyville 63. Howardville 63. 35 seconds left to go. Hope you're enjoying this one. I thought we'd give you just a little bit of a bonus coverage on Crest this evening from Brewer Fieldhouse. We picked this one up at the end of 3 quarters, figuring that it would be an exciting, spine-tingling finish, and it has been just that. 35 seconds to go. The state championship on the line. It's all tied at 63 before about 6,000 anxious fans in Brewer Fieldhouse. Listen at the shell. It comes down to the final 35 seconds. We're in overtime, fans. Regulation play. 3 minutes ago, it was all tied. It is still all tied with 35 seconds left. Boonville upcoming in a few moments. The ball comes into Nathaniel Williams. Correction, Nathaniel Thomas. He's into the forecourt, maneuvering. 26 seconds to go. He moves in and out, zigzags in and out. He gives the ball outside to Millard Tate. Tate with a basketball at long range to William Gray. Gray starts right of the lane, 16 seconds to go. They exchange at long range. Tate starts right in. He gives the ball in the corner, a shot out of the corner that is no good. Bradleyville's ball, 8 seconds. They call timeout with 7 seconds. Howardville maybe shot that one a little sooner than they wanted to do. Howardville shot, I think, a few seconds before they wanted to. 7 seconds show on that clock. The ball will be played in on the side by Bradleyville, and of course with a foul or with a field goal, they can win it here. 63, it's all tied. Howardville fired the ball up there with about 9 seconds left, and I'm sure they wanted to go for the last second shot. Two gentlemen standing around their teams. William Jackson of the Howardville Hawks, who, by the way, over the regular season won 17 and lost 6 ball games, and the Bradleyville Eagles, coached by Argil Ellison. They won 31 straight this year. Coming into tournament play, they have won 62 in a row over 2 seasons. Ball comes in to Combs. Combs with 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. The ball, it did not go in. It's double overtime. Pelham shot the ball from the top of the circle. The buzzer sounded before he fired. It would not have counted had it gone in. It hit the rim. It was short. All right, with 3 minutes now to play in double overtime. This one has been some type of a ball game. (63-63). Let's pause for a half minute, and then we'll be back here to Brewer Fieldhouse. All right, the tip is made. Bradleyville comes up with the ball as Newton has it. Newton hooks a pass out in front to Maggard. Maggard gives the ball to Pelham out on the side. He's going to gun it from 20. He scores. They left him alone, and he split those cords. Pelham, who shot Glasgow into submission yesterday, has done the same here. Here's a move by Tate in, lays it up, misses the shot, up and in by Marsh. Marsh scores. It's all tied 65-65. So Marsh and Pelham have hit baskets in double overtime. Up comes Combs. David Combs gets the ball to Maggard at long range. Maggard looks in, gives the ball in front of the circle of Lonnie Combs. Bradleyville with the basketball with 2:16 to go in double overtime. They get it to David Combs in front of the circle. He turns, doesn't shoot. Gives the ball on the right sideline to Lonnie Combs. Comes in front of the circle to Maggard. Back to Combs. Combs with the basketball and Maggard in front of the circle. Maggard looks in, gives the ball to Lonnie Combs to the left corner to Marsh. Marsh out in front to Thomas. 1:32 to go. Bradleyville by 2, 67-65. They move it into Marsh. Fall-away jump. Blocked. And a jump ball by Dave Combs, who blocked the shot and tied him up. They're forcing Howardville to get the fourth shot, and that was not a good shot. Bradleyville could get the tip. The tip is picked around by Pelham. Bradleyville has the ball as Lonnie Combs clears into the forecourt to Pelham. He drives, lays it up, misses the shot. Rebound pulled off, picked up by Tate. Up it comes to Thomas. Gets in close, shoots it. No good, but a foul. And who's it on? It is on Thomas for charging. There is a key call in this ball game. Thomas went in for the layup shot, was called for charging after the shot. The ball hung on the rim, but it did not drop through. And instead of having the basket, which would tie it up, they now watch Mr. Maggard go to the line for a one-and-one that could open this lead to 4. He pushes it up. It is no good. Rebound pulled off of there by Howardville's Willie Love. Up front of the forecourt. Here goes a move inside. Ball is cleared out in front to Thomas. Thomas with a basketball. 52 seconds to go. They move in top of the circle. A long one that is no good. Rebound on the floor. Picked up by Bradleyville. Pelham with the ball to Maggard. Maggard up court to David Combs. He goes in close. He shoots a 15-footer. He rolls it in there. Bradleyville leads by 4. Ball up, thrown away. It is Howardville's ball in their offensive end zone with 31 seconds to go. They trail now by 4. The ball will come in. It comes into the corner to Thomas. He drives toward the middle. He stops outside, gives the ball at long range to Tate. He gives the ball back to Thomas. He fakes, shoots a long one, scores! 20 seconds to go. Bradleyville leads by 2. Combs with a basketball in the backcourt. And timeout is called by Bradleyville with 12 seconds to go. Bradleyville has a 2-point lead. They will have the ball when play resumes, and Howardville probably will have to foul them to get it. Well, it has been a double overtime ball game for the state Class S championship between Bradleyville and Howardville. Now the key play a moment ago, of course, was that charging foul on Nathaniel Thomas. Had the ball dropped in there, which it almost did, it hung on that iron so precariously and fell off, it would have tied the score. That would have changed the complexion. However, it did not drop in. Bradleyville came down and went ahead by 4. Thomas has come back and has shot the ball in from 20 feet out. The play just before that really turned this ball game around was the move at the ball. I believe it was William Gray. I think he intended to loop the ball high for Marsh to get it underneath the basket. And they thought it was a shot, so they just let it fall. Here's the ball, comes in the backcourt to Lonnie Combs. Combs moving. Knocked away, stolen. Here's a man in. Lays it up. Scores! With 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Long shot at the buzzer, not good. Triple overtime. 69 all. We go into another overtime. William Gray stole the basketball with about 10 seconds to go and tied it up. Listen at this crowd. These ball clubs won't quit. Mr. Collins, What do you think about that?
This is terrific, Kermit. I've never seen such a display of ball handling in my life as these Howardville ball players have put on here tonight. It's great. And they look real good against a ball club like Bradleyville that has such a record and really plays tremendous basketball. But Howardville is a great team to come back like they have so many times tonight.
Well, like we said before, I thought you fans would enjoy this one. We go into our third overtime. 69-69. Combs and Marsh will go up at midcourt. And there's the tip, and it's picked up by Bradleyville. Maggard has the ball in the backcourt. Comes up in front to Pelham. Bounces the ball over to Lonnie Combs. 2:51 to go in triple overtime. It comes to David Combs. He fakes, he shoots, he scores. And Bradleyville goes in front again, 71 to 69. Up into the forecourt comes Willie Love. He gets right of the lane, gives the ball in front to Nathaniel Thomas. He fakes. He gives the ball at long range on the side. They move into the left corner with the basketball. They turn outside to Thomas. He fakes. He pumps the long one. He scores! The little 5'5" lad shot it in again, and it's all tied. 71-71. This one looks like it could go on all night. Up to David Combs. The big 6'5" Bradleyville All-Stater gives the ball at long range to Maggard. Maggard out on the right sideline, clears down to Lonnie Combs right of the lane. Comes in front to Maggard. Maggard with the basketball, clears underneath to Combs, and a foul is called on Marsh. He's out of there. Marsh fouls out with 2:01 left. That's 5. And this will make a difference in the ball game. He leaves the contest. Listen at the standing ovation he gets. Theodis Brooks, 6'2", comes in there. Now, Howardville has fouled both of their 6'6" starters out of this ballgame. And we're in the third overtime. 71-71. David Combs at the line, up and no good. Rebound, Theodis Brooks, who just came in there. Theodis Brooks gets the ball to Nathaniel Thomas. He comes into the forecourt on the dribble against Maggard. He's outside at long range, and there's a timeout called by Howardville. The score is 71-71 with just a minute and 50 seconds left to go. Let's take a half-minute breather and hear this message from Chris.
Almost every day, someone stops by Quick's at Moberly or calls inquiring about Quick's sale time. Sometimes it's the seller. Sometimes it's a guardian of an estate. Quick's feels this way about the ads run on sale time. Usually at stake is the financial well-being of the seller. In many cases, the items represent a lifetime of work, and for this reason, it's imperative to get the most for his sale. Quick's is pleased to be able to offer the seller the most effective and least expensive way to tell all the Quick's land about a public sale.
KRES from Moberly, Missouri.
All right, 71-71 is the count here. We're in the third overtime from the state championship of the Class S tournament in Brewer Fieldhouse, Columbia, before 6,000 excited fans. A minute 50 to go. Ball will come in by Howardville. Comes into Nathaniel Thomas. He goes into the middle, feeds the ball off on the side. A jump shot up it is. Go! Basket by Willie Love. A minute 40 to go. Howardville grabs a 2-point lead. David Marsh into the forecourt. Gives the ball to Lonnie Combs. David Combs, rather, into the forecourt. Out in front, Maggard. Maggard at long range to Combs. He turns with a pass to Maggard. Feeds it off on the side to Newton. Newton to Pelham. Out in front to Maggard. Comes to Combs. He goes up for a shot. He scores! Combs ties it up. 73-73. Big 6'5" All-Stater Dave Combs scores, and it's tied. Nathaniel Thomas in front. Gives the ball to Love. He fakes, doesn't shoot. Out in front of there, it comes to William Gray. Gray on the side, dribbling the basketball to Nathaniel Thomas. Nathaniel Thomas calls timeout. There is a minute and a second left to go in this ball game. It is all tied at 73-73. Paul, any more comments?
Well, Kermit, one of these ball teams has to lose tonight, but it'd be a shame for either one of them to after going here into the third overtime. But I'll have to confess here that this Howardville team impresses me so much that maybe I'm supposed to be neutral, but I feel a little tingling in me that keeps pulling these boys on. maybe it's their come-from-behind effort that kind of stirs us up, or at least it stirs me up. But they look real good to me. Bradleyville's a great ball team, and for any other team to keep pace with them, that team has to be great too. And Howardville, almost unsung until tonight, and here they are practically sitting on top of the world. And all they've got to do to get that last rung of the ladder climbed is overcome Bradleyville here in these final 61 seconds.
All right, Millard Tate will have that basketball on the side. He gets it in to Nathaniel Thomas. It comes into the backcourt. Thomas with the ball. 58 seconds to go. Comes up very slowly. Thomas against Pelham. At long range, he goes around him. He dribbles back out in front. He is 5'5". He is all over the floor. He comes in and between people. He makes them dizzy with his dribbling. Millard Tate with the ball. He's going to dribble a little bit. He fires out in front now to William Gray. 41 seconds to go. They want the last second shot. They give it to Gray. He's dribbling outside. Gray gets the ball back on the side. It is picked up, now fed off to Millard Tate. Tate with the ball at long range, hands to Gray. 25 seconds to go. Howardville with the ball. Gray outside, starts in toward the bucket. Gives the ball to Millard Tate, back to Gray. Gray looks in, goes into the key, hands the ball back out of there. 14 seconds, 13, timeout. Called by Howardville. With 13 seconds to go, 73-73 is the score. In triple overtime, all tied. Howardville with the ball and 13 seconds left. Probably the most exciting state tournament ball game that has been played in a long while. Larry Weller will be along here in a few moments with the Boonville-Matthews ball game. In case some of you just joined us, that ball game was supposed to have started at 8:30. But this one was just too exciting to pass up. We wanted you to get in on the last few seconds, the last few minutes of this one. We picked it up at the end of three quarters, and it feels like I've been doing a complete ball game. This one has lasted a long time. Ball will be played in on the side. 13 seconds to go. Pass comes over to Millard Tate. At long range, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Long shot that is no good. And 4 seconds. Bradleyville calls timeout with 3 seconds. Bradleyville calls time. They've got the ball with 3 seconds to go. And they'll try to do the same thing. They will try to hit the last second shot. We have played 3 overtimes this evening. We're still tied at 73-73. Argil Ellison. I guess I should be rooting for this boy because we attended the same school in Arkansas, Arkansas Tech. But somehow we've got to stay neutral because in the face of adversity here tonight, Howardville fouling out their big boy who has been their star in this tournament early in the third quarter, then fouling out Marsh, their other 6'6" boy. They somehow have summoned enough to stay close and stay in this ball game, and they have gone into 3 overtimes. 3 seconds to go. Combs fires at the length of the court, hits the backboard. 4 overtimes. We're going to another overtime. Have you ever seen anything like this? Well, get ready. We will play another few moments, I guess. 73-73. Now, what's the story? 3 more minutes, I guess. That is correct. While we get ready, why don't we pause here for a half minute?
Attention, Missouri University basketball fans. Cress brings you University of Missouri basketball this winter. Some 15 Tiger games will be heard on Cress. Be listening for the next MU Tiger basketball game on Cress. The next game is tonight, March the 2nd, Missouri at Oklahoma, immediately following the Class M championship game between Boonville and Matthews. That's tonight, Missouri at Oklahoma. Don't miss University of Missouri basketball on Cress.
Brooks and Combs will jump at midcourt, and here's the tip. It is picked up by Howardville. Thomas with the ball. Gets in tight, loses the ball. Bradleyville Combs fires it up, stolen. Picked up by Gray. Gray right of the lane, goes into the corner and holds up. Clears out in front of the circle now. Out in front to Millard Tate now. Tate gets the ball on a high post to Brooks. Out in front to Tate. 2:36 to go. Bradleyville playing defense now. They've always gotten the tip and scored in these other overtimes. Gray with the ball. 2:26 to go. They work the ball at long range. Gray on a move, can't get in there. Gives the ball out in front of the circle. And apparently they are stalling it away. 2:13 to go in the fourth overtime from the state Class S basketball championship. Millard Tate with the ball. Tate working against Maggard. He goes in. Almost lost it. Almost lost it. Bounce pass to Gray. Gray gets into the lane, goes in with a jump shot and misses. Rebound, Nathaniel Williams. Traveling on Williams. Thomas. Nathaniel Thomas traveled. He is 5'5". He got in there with 6'5" Combs and got the rebound somehow. Up comes Maggard with the ball into Combs. He turns, he shoots, he misses. Rebound, picked up, shot up and in by Combs. Bradleyville 75. And here comes Thomas in tight, goes in, fake, traveling on Thomas. Nathaniel Thomas commits another mistake. And that may really hurt him. 1:12 to go. Bradleyville by 2. Ball comes up to Maggard. Maggard gets into the top of the circle, gives the ball to Combs. He gives the ball to Combs. It's blocked. Picked up court it comes to Gray. Out of bounds. Whose ball? Howardville's ball. In their offensive end zone with 58 seconds to go. A man hurt for Howardville. And the trainer comes out in a hurry. I believe it is Gray. He and Maggard were fighting over that basketball, trying to save it as the pass had been looped up long. And he went to the floor in a hurry. So with their 2-6-6 boys out of here, it could be that they will be depleted even further if Gray cannot return. They are rubbing his thigh, his right thigh. 58 seconds left. 75-73, Bradleyville leads. Somehow, Bradleyville has kept Combs out of foul trouble. He fouled out yesterday against Glasgow, but he has not been in foul trouble here. I think he just has 2 fouls. And of course, with the 2-6-6 boys from Howardville fouled out of this ballgame, it is a great tribute to their determination that they have been able to stay close with Argil Ellison. Ellison goes down to the official scoring table and says something. I talked with him the other night. Those of you who heard the Greyhound basketball game on Friday evening with Vincennes, Indiana, we talked with him at halftime from his home in Bradleyville. He said at that time that he expected to have difficulty with Wheaton. He defeated Wheaton by 18 points. He is a very confident coach. He has developed a tremendous finesse at Bradleyville. His ball club has played very smooth and unruffled in this tournament. The only way they have been able to cope with this Howardville ball club, which had superior height and perhaps superior quickness, is their smoothness. They're fundamentally sound. And, of course, their attack is built around the big 6'5" boy, Combs, who is a great performer. Ball will come in. They line up. They take a lot of time. They clear on the outside. He took too long. And Howardville loses the ball. Millard Tate stood there. The official was not counting. But he waited and waited, and now Bradleyville has the ball. So mistakes have hurt him. Pelham with the ball. Gets it to Maggard. Back to Pelham. They're freezing it away. They get the ball to David Combs away from the bucket. Comes in front to Maggard now. Maggard cross court to Combs with 37 seconds. They're going to have to come and get it with a basketball. Newton with the ball to Maggard, to Pelham out front. Now to Combs. Lonnie Combs with 24 seconds to go and a foul. And it is called on Howardville's Willie Love. So right here lies that ball game. If Mr. Kenny Newton can sink a pair, he'll have a 1-and-1. It will just about be iced. It is up. It is no good. Rebound, Howardville. They clear out of there to Tate. He runs down the middle. Tate gets left of the lane, gives the ball at long range to Gray. Goes right of the circle, hands the ball over to Brooks. It's away. It is picked up by, here's a little boy. He goes in, he lays it up. Taken by Combs. Up court to Combs. And a whistle. Foul called on Howardville with 5 seconds. William Gray committed the foul, and Bradleyville can ice it right here. There is no doubt about it. They called timeout with 5 seconds to go. It looked to me like the little boy, Nathaniel Thomas, went right up under the arms of the big 6'5" Combs. But the official, who was much closer to the play than we, did not blow the whistle, so we assume that he did not touch him. 75-73. 5 seconds to go. Bradleyville in a position right here with a foul shot to win the Class S state championship. Argil Ellison talking with his boys. They seem very confident. They are poised. He wanted to get them settled down before they shoot this foul shot, which is a 1-and-1. He wants to be sure they know their defensive assignments. He is pointing out the different positions on the floor where he wants his players to be deployed. And he is dropping 2 men back, Pelham and Lonnie Combs. And he's dropping 4 men back. Only Maggard, now it is Combs. Combs and Maggard will be in the rebounding position. Maggard at the foul line, and Dave Combs in the number 2 rebound position to the left. All others have been dropped back. First one up, it is good. Bradleyville looks like they have defended their crown here tonight. It is up, it is no good. The ball is brought out of there to Gray. He comes up with 2 seconds. He shoots a jump shot. It is no good at the buzzer. The final score. Bradleyville wins it. 76-73. Bradleyville defends their crown. And Bradleyville, coached by Argil Ellison of Arkansas Tech, wins the Class S championship for the 2nd consecutive year and wins their 63rd ball game in a row in Missouri high school competition. I hope you enjoyed this 4-overtime thriller from Brewer Fieldhouse. Now we'll return you to the main studios, and Larry Weller will be back here in a few moments with the Boonville Matthews ball game. Thank you very much.